With a bunker shot, green side bunker shot especially, what we're going to want to do is grip the club like we talked about normal. Okay, left hand like you're shaking someone's hand on the club, right hand, all right? And what you're going to do is obviously when you're playing, you can't ground the club in the bunker, okay? It's a hazard, you can't do that. But for practice and lesson purpose wise, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay the club on the bunker, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to open up your club. All right, so you see how this is square to the ball? We're gonna open the face up to the club just a little bit, all right? Just a little bit. That's gonna help the bounce of the club dig through the sand, and it's gonna pop the ball up, all right? And that's the splash that you're gonna get from the bunker shot. All right, so we have our club open a little bit, grip is normal. Our stance, okay, the ball's gonna be middle of our stance to the front of our stance, all right? We don't want it too far back, all right? We don't want it too far forward, obviously, so basically where it was for the pitch shot is where you're gonna want the ball position, right? And I like to open my stance a little bit, but when you open up your stance, you really gotta make sure that your shoulders are aligned to where you wanna go, okay? So, for example, that may not make very much sense, but see how I have my stance is very open? So if you were to stick a rod on my stance this way, I'm pointing way over there, but with my shoulders and the club face, you know, my club face is actually lined up right to the flag, okay? And that's just gonna help you, you know, kind of get a solid base in the sand, all right? It should help you, when you open up your club, it's gonna help it so that the ball doesn't go directly to the right, okay? You're gonna kind of cancel one another out so it's a straight shot at the flag, all right? Then the other thing is, when we're practicing, all right, you're gonna wanna hit the ball about 1.5 inches, 2 inches behind, or you're gonna hit the sand about 1.5 inches to 2 inches behind the ball, okay? So for practice purpose wise, if you wanna go ahead and draw a line in the bunker, I like to do that when I'm practicing bunker shots. It really helps me, okay? So, and with a bunker shot, the other thing you wanna do swing wise is go ahead and swing at the ball, okay? A lot of people will take a big back swing, okay, and they'll slow down, they'll de-accelerate the club, but as soon as the club hits the sand, the club stops, okay? You don't get the acceleration through, the ball's not gonna pop out, it's gonna stay in the bunker, and that's when you get mad and you just start digging trenches, all right? So if we can, you know, draw a line with your club, maybe set the club here, and when you're thinking about it, okay, really, when you swing, I always look at the target in the bunker. I look behind the ball, okay? I don't look at the ball, I look behind the ball, where I wanna hit it, all right? So then the other thing is your weight. You're gonna want your weight a little bit on the front of your foot. So, you know, your weight doesn't wanna be back. You kinda wanna be leaning forward a little bit with that open stance, all right? And then when you come through aggressively through the ball, release it and just let it pop up. So it's gonna kinda look like like that, all right? See how where my mark is, you know, like this is where I started hitting the ground, this is where the ball was. So I hit my mark, and did you see when I swung, I took a full swing, okay? I wasn't afraid of hitting the ball. Like I said, anywhere on the putting surface is our goal, okay? So that shot right there is excellent because it's pretty close to the hole, but I can honestly say I wasn't trying to do that, all right? I'm just trying to get it onto the green so I have a putt at it. And that's what I really think that we should work on today, is just the consistency of getting that splash and the ball up in the air and onto the bunker, okay? So now we'll go ahead and let you girls hit a couple.